might make you say wow. Let's enjoy some fun conversation. We'll be shooting the shelf around the nation. Let's start shooting the shelf.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Shooting the Shelf. My mic is on and I'm talking. Hopefully it's coming through.
You're
Welcome
good.
to the show. Curtis, as always, riding shotgun with me here. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good. I'm tired. It's been a busy day. So
You were telling me, and we'll keep that under wraps until the end of the show. We'll let people know, unless you're ready, whenever you're ready to tell people.
And end of the show is great. So
all right. We've got a special guest joining us tonight, but first, let's say hello to our friends out in the chat verse.
Sweet. We've got Mark Crom 316 is out there. We've got MJ Staten here. Good evening, shelf shooters. People are very excited for our guest. A lot of Ricky love going on here. We got Blake, aka Recon Rage here. We've got Wholesome Warlock. He's chanting for Ricky. We got Van Johnson here. Rick Filet is ready to rock. We got Jeremy Gouvier in the house. Got Darla Akerman. I know her. She's right over there. I can see her. She's making a grocery list for tomorrow. Jesse Marshall is here. We've got James Studio Sasamudio. Actually, James put in a claim for one of my items on the claim sale on the Purple Gang group. A lot of stuff still great stuff available. Check it out over there if you're interested. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. Purple Gang in the house. We've also got Guaisagüe Echevarria. I haven't seen his name in the claim sale, but his wife's name has been all over it. She's claiming things.
Yeah, she got the one I wanted.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's all over that claim sale right now. Dirk is in the chat. Says Ricky, my man, how's it going, everyone? Sent you a little message, Dirk. FYI, I am is here. I am. Everything else is silent. We got Jen, aka Lucky Sprinkles, in the chat. It says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Freaks Figures is here. High five, pray hands. Jesse's here, but it's not really Jesse. That was me. That was me typing to Dirk. We've got Eduardo de Jesus.
Check your PMS.
He's got a lot of L's there, but if you have multiple L's in Spanish, isn't that like a Y? So is it like hey, hayo?
That's two. That's two L's.
But this is a double L, so that is like two Y's.
Yeah, that had a lot more than two.
Yeah, this is PMs, not PMS. Yeah. Hedgehog's here. Hedgehog action. They had a great Saturday Day Live yesterday. He's got a bunch of cons coming up. Bunch of stuff. So Lehigh, I think this upcoming week. Toy Con. He's got New York Comic Con. So he's going to be doing the con circuit here for a bit. We got Brian Carr in the chat. Old Douglas Tupper is here. Cincy John. We've got Terrence next toy. He did not join us for the Swigtacular live on Saturday because he had to work, but he was there in spirit. We made some swigs. So,
I mean, he is the spirit of swig, isn't he?
That's true. We've got Kevin Hamilton here. We've got Paul Morales in the chat. Jenny's here. He's been all over the claim sale as well. So, yeah, taking advantage. William Husted. Let's see. We've got Kevin Maboots with $1.99 super chat says, hello, people.
Thank you, Kevin.
Hello to you, Kevin. We got Tanya McCoy here and Joe Vassapolo.
Joe, look, I did a thing. I'm going to make myself big, Curtis.
Yeah. I was really impressed with this. until he told me that he ruined a Gideon for it.
I didn't. Someone else did. I just took advantage of their ruination of Gideon.
Yeah, we don't normally see Joe in the chat. I think what that means is that Ricky's milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. So that's what I think that means. We got Purple Ray here. Brian Lynn of Carver Customs. Let's see. We got Dylan, aka Legends Collector 1321. Says hi, boys and ghouls. We got Stacy Linlin. I will be on with Stacy Linlin next Saturday for Mod Squad. Tanya will not be there, but we're going to hold down the fort. We've got Santos Rivera is here. Evil Stick has jumped in as well. And I think that's the whole chat. I think that's the chat.
All right.
So I think without further ado, I think we need to bring out our guest. But before we do, we've got this.
It's Ricky, it's Ricky. Tricky Ricky got the moves, he's got the moves. Ricky got the moves. Hey, what do you say? Let's lay by the bay. Horses eat hay, and Ricky's got the moves. Hey. Shoes in the dishwasher, Chick-fil-A salad. Shoes so clean, but they never dry. Dishwasher dreams high in the sky. It's Ricky. Ricky with the moves to make you smile. It's Ricky. It most certainly is. La 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 do 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 la do 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 do.
That's a nice song. You do got the moves, Ricky.
That's a good one, yeah. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to Shooting the Shelve.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, I've been on screen with you, but this is the first time for Jesse. Ricky, Jesse.
How you doing, Jess?
Nice to meet. Well, I did catch some of your appearance. Oh, not at all. I caught some of your appearance on Purple Gang the other night, so it's nice to get to second time watcher, first time talker.
There you go.
First time on that. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, at the start of the show, Ricky, we do a little things called shelf selections, which neither Jesse or I bothered to pull the slides in. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. But that's where Jesse and I saw some photos throughout the week that inspired us. And so we pull them up and we talk about them and do that. So
you know, Curtis, I did start with normal. I did take one of yours because it was also one of mine.
Oh, cool.
So it should go in the normal flow.
All right. Normal flow it is. So here we go. Starting off with the first one. This is one of my picks. This is Buzz Collects. Now, Buzz Collects is one of those hand posers, right? And I don't know. For some reason, there's some people that hate on hand posers. I don't know why. I think it's cool. I think that if you can make Aquaman look awesome, you did something special. And that's what he did here. He made Aquaman look cool. So great job, Buzz Collects. This was an instant follow when I saw this. And yeah, I'm going to have to think about how I have Aquaman displayed in my collection. So Ricky, thoughts on these Aquaman poses?
I definitely like the one to my left. I guess you look back with the what they call it. I call
the trident.
Trident. There you go. I like the way that you can pose them and change them around. I like that flexibility. I think it looks great.
Awesome. Jesse?
I know I'm not saying this as a dig to you, but of all the Aquaman McFarlane has done, there's only been two that I've liked, and this is the second one. And yeah, this is I really like the poses here. I kind of want to like get this one and put it in a fish tank with fish. Because I think that would just just look cool, especially the swimming one.
Yeah, for sure. Next one is one of Jesse's.
So this was the one Curtis and I both picked. This is our buddy Corona 4 with a Ted Lasso. I think it's the McFarlane statue thing.
I believe that is correct. Yes.
But it's Ted Lasso. I mean, it's one of my all-time favorite shows. I think it's pretty up there for you as well, Curtis.
Oh yeah.
And just the fact that you could take a 7 or 8 inch tall statue figure with the right lighting and the right, texture of that grass down there, and whether that's a screen or a digital thing behind him, it just looks like he's actually out on, a soccer pitch ready to start the game.
For sure. Ricky, did you watch Ted Lasso? Is that a series that you've seen?
No, not really. But speaking about what that is, looks really realistic. It looks like it's ready to go.
For sure.
That's very good.
Yeah, I would highly recommend Ted Lasso if you get time. It's on Apple TV. Great series. It's really it's one of those series that like you feel good about life just watching it. I mean, it's got some emotional things that also hit you in the gut, but it's just a good overall series. And yeah,
you don't have to like soccer to watch it.
Correct.
Well, I like a reality wake-up call series myself.
Yeah. But yeah, Nate did a great job with this. I love the background, the lighting. Yeah. Like you said, with the grass, the way that the grass looks like it's to scale with the character. The grass of the pitch. So yeah, it looks really good. So Nate did a great job here. Next one is one of mine. This is Johnny.Cheesecake. And this is Karlach. It's a custom, but the character is Karlach from Baldur's Gate 3. My favorite all-time video game. I know Joe Gonzalez, it's at least one of his favorites. It's not his favorite as well. It's amazing, and she's just an awesome character. There you go. You got the pop, huh? Very nice. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she's a badass, but she's also just like good-hearted character as well. So love her, and this looks fantastic. So, Ricky, thoughts on this one?
Can't speak too much on the video games. I haven't played all of those, but the character itself, she looks great.
Awesome.
But she would be a badass.
For sure. For sure. Jesse?
I also have not played the game, but after a ringing endorsement from a meal that I would like this character, I did get the pop because I like the look of her. But he's like, character-wise, he's like, you will love her.
Oh yeah, she's got Jesse written all over her for sure.
I had to do like a quadruple take when I was putting this in the slides because I was like, who made this? Like what? Like it took me way too long to realize it was a mythic build with custom parts. So, I mean, just kudos to Johnny Cheesecake here for this amazing work. And really, I mean, it's a really cool shot with the background and the fog in the back, like the portcullis, coming down right behind her head and everything. That's the gate, the thing. Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, beautiful. Jesse, this is, wait a minute. This is one of yours? Holy cow. Okay.
Yes. Yes. So this is from Chase_Evergreen80. I see a picture of like 25 rogues on one page. Of course, that's going to be one of my picks for the week. I have a variety of these figures as is, and a couple that I plan to do customs of. So it was just cool to see that I'm not the only one as unhealthily obsessed with this character.
All right. Ricky, thoughts on Rogue?
I wish I had the expertise to explain a lot of this, but just looking at them from a visual aspect, they look great. All the figures do. Something I wouldn't mind having.
For sure.
They definitely look great.
I know, Jesse, you're a big fan of kind of just not only Rogue, but just like finding a character that you like and getting a collection of that character. And I think this is a great, kind of interpretation of that, or just a collection of these different versions. I honestly didn't know most of these existed, so this is really neat to see this all put together like that. So
I'd say more than half of them are customs,
but they're not based on a version of her in the comics?
Yeah, they're all largely based on version of her from the comics. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I didn't even know that they like a lot of these I don't even recognize from the comics. So this is really cool.
Gotcha.
I like it. All right. Next one is one of mine, and I picked this one because I know that Jesse likes Rogue and Jesse likes dinosaurs. And I thought, hey, this has got Rogue and dinosaurs. Jesse will love it. This is THO_R 2012. I have no idea. THO_R Thor. I don't know. But whatever this is, I was like, Jesse will love this. It looks great. So yeah, I'll go to Jesse first. Jesse, thoughts on this pick that I picked out for you?
We're kind of in a Rogue little portion of this because the next one is also another Rogue. Just because I was putting things together. So yeah. But this is great. I love the action of the pose using those Amber Collection Velociraptors. And I think it looks like there's like drool or something like coming off of the raptor's
like
mouth on top.
Thing. Yeah.
It just feels like a really well thought out and staged photo that just it looks cool and just pulls you right into the story. I really dig it.
Ricky, your thoughts on women fighting dinosaurs?
Well, as I look at it and so forth, it looks like to me he sees a meal.
Oh yeah,
and that's what I think he sees is a meal. But I like I've seen a lot of Jurassic Park. I like the dinosaurs and so forth. I think this is a good setup, whether it be a female or a male fighting the dinosaur. It looks good to me.
Oh,
I think it's in the way it's posed and set up. It looks like it could happen anytime.
I think we got a comment here for you, Trevor Wall.
Yeah, that's
says, it says Daddy is making his Christmas list.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it's pronounced Treva.
Oh, Treva. Okay.
Yeah, that's my my young baby daughter, but she's not a young baby daughter anymore.
Now, is she better behaved than Van?
Sometimes it's marginal, but I'd say yes.
Gotcha. All right, next one's one of Jesse's.
All right, this is a custom painted head from waiting for Shark_Studio 66. I just thought there was really cool textures. It doesn't quite have that comic cartoony look. It feels more not photoreal, but more of a more realistic take. And I just really liked that 97 animation style, like layout, like concept done in a realistic way. I thought it was really cool.
We also have Brandon Johnson here says, Kaylin and Olivia says hi. So
yeah, that's my grandbaby.
There you go. Thoughts on this paint job, Ricky?
I tell you what, that's impressive. It looks like she's waiting for a kiss to me. I mean, that's about as realistic as you can get a head as I can think of. That's beautiful.
Yeah, really well done. I mean, they absolutely killed this here. All right, next one. Now, this is not a new photo. This photo was actually from like November of last year. I saw a different photo from this artist and made sure that I was following them and stuff, and just kind of went in a rabbit hole, like looking at stuff from their photos. And I came across this one, and I just thought this was a really cool build. Because I looked at like the individual parts, like the cloth legs with a bare torso, and then the armored arms, and then the the staff and the Aether pauldrons, and then the skull head. Like none of these parts I would ever have put together. I wouldn't have even considered putting these parts together, but all together it looks cool and it's creepy and I love it. So, Ricky, thoughts on this one?
It's a great looking figure, and I think that the way it's staged and the way you can set it up and the flexibility on it really would surprise me with all the different parts that had to be put together. But I would have difficulty with it. But I think it's a great figure. It really is very artistic.
Jesse?
I think this is great. This looks like an evil wizard marched himself into the gladiator armory experience and came out with this build. Like, he's like, yeah, I want a buff body and pants and wicked pauldrons and my staff, and I'm gonna take all of you all on in the arena. No, I think I remember the picture from before, but this pose and with the smoke, just that haze and texture is really cool, and I love that he added the glow effects to the eyes on the skeleton and the pauldrons.
I gotta say, this probably is a true statement that anyone is better behaved than man. So,
I mean, I think we've got confirmation right here from the man himself. So,
all right, next one's one of Jesse's. Holy moly, that is cool.
Whoa.
So I don't know why I've not been seeing Blaze Bear stuff as much. So I had one I think picked a couple of weeks ago.
Mhm.
And I somehow missed it in my photos. So when I saw this one, I was like, this one's got to be in there this week. I think this would look amazing on the Gorthok body, or even the Orc Grunt. It looks like that skin tone is going to match them perfect, but like that purple and magenta hair, it is absolutely amazing. I remember there was a period of time where we had bear stuff on here like every week. And I feel like for some reason the algorithm has like slipped out of my him out of my feed, but I'm going to make sure I go back there and pick it up, because there's some amazing stuff that I have not seen lately, and this one is definitely one of them.
Hold on a second. Ricky, your
Critical
thoughts on
typing.
this one? Yeah.
I think that's a great figure, but I certainly would not like to see it in a nightmare. I can tell you that. It's a great figure. It really is, but I sure hope I don't have a nightmare about something like that.
I just had to type a message to Blaze Bear and tell him that I want the Mohawk orc. So
that's a good one. It's realistic looking.
Yeah,
it's scary.
This looks super cool. I think like I guess I'm like alternating years between just buying a whole bunch of stuff from Arthas and buying a bunch of stuff from Blaze Bear, and just like going back and forth. So 2 years ago it was Arthas, last year is Blaze Bear. I've already bought a bunch of stuff from Arthas for this upcoming year. So I think I'm just going to keep alternating, but yeah, I need to get this. This is just super cool. And you know, it's even like the skin tone. It's not just like a black, right? Like there's subtle highlights and you know, like depth to it and stuff. Like it's just really cool. And then the mohawk and the beard look awesome. The mouth, I mean, everything about this is cool. Yeah, I couldn't even contain myself when I pulled it up. I had to like audibly shout. So great job. Great job. This is one of my picks. This is Mr. C 50/50. Obviously we've been highlighting his work for a long time. He does amazing stuff. And he is coming next year to CarverCon in Ohio. So that'll be fun to see him actually at a show and displaying his work. He does some small dios, and then he does massive stuff like this that just blows your mind. This is all, you know, made out of, well, for the most part, I'm not sure about like the doors and stuff, but most of this is made out of foam. And you can, if you're on his Instagram, you can see like the stages of the process as he's building this stuff. And it's just crazy cool. So, Ricky, thoughts on this whole thing that he built here?
Oh, he's extremely gifted artist. I can tell you that. What I like about it, it's so realistic, the lighting and so forth, and the shadow effects that it has with it. I think it's an outstanding figure.
Jesse?
I mean, he blows me away every time I see his stuff. Like, I like getting to see, you know, he usually posts like in stages or normally does. So it's always cool to see like, all right, here's the rough cut stuff. All right, here's the shapes. And then to see the full thing fleshed out like this with all the torches. And I'm going to call a little foul play on this one, because having those autumn leaf decorations in the background adds like this elven element to it, like that it's an outdoor courtyard. But not foul play in the creation. Just the photo tricked me a little bit. I thought the background was all part of it, but no, it's incredible. You know, it's very inspirational for amateur dial makers like myself.
Yeah, I loved the like iron grate on this and the like the cell and all that kind of stuff. And you even got a skeleton hanging up there in the corner. Yeah, it's just, yeah, they did a great job. So next is one of Jesse's.
So this one, I think I saw it. I don't remember if it was last week, but this is the Amazing Mercury. And we've got Metaluna Mutant from this island, Earth, but he's got the silhouette of the Mystery Science Theater 3000 guys down in front, which is how I saw this movie for the first time. So those characters are forever entangled in my mind. The show characters with that movie. So just seeing a photo of this just really made my day. I love that, you know, you got the action blur and the lights and everything in the eyes. It's just, it's so fun. And I definitely need to track down one of those Metaluna Mutant figures.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love Mystery Science Theater 3000? Like, just so much fun. And it's almost like I can hear their banter in my head just kind of looking at this here. So excellent photo when you can kind of elicit that, you know, memory and, you know, of watching that stuff. So Ricky, thoughts on this one?
I kind of agree with what Jesse says. You can almost see his imagination as to what he's seeing in this figure. And he's brought it out greatly. I mean, his eyes and so forth. And unless I'm speaking on the wrong figure, but
no, you're good.
I think it looks great myself.
Yeah, totally. Next is one of my picks, and he's in the chat right now. This is Low Fidelity Customs. Been doing some awesome stuff. I will say, though, I think this is my favorite thing that he's done this year, other than starting his YouTube channel, which is fantastic. But as far as like an art project, this is my favorite because it's just a really good mix of kind of the Turbo Dork metallic kind of stuff that he does so well with just like some, you know, the sculpted cloth goods and stuff. And that mixture here makes this feel like just like a really finished piece. So I like this a lot. It feels like it would fit in with that like Doom Elite that McFarlane is doing right now. It kind of feels like it would fit into that world. And I think if I remember right, I remember him talking about these parts that they're supposed to be kind of from that universe. But yeah, this came out great. I absolutely love this. Ricky?
I like the detailing on it, especially the wrinkled pants, the boots, and the shield, the armor he's got, and the face. He's definitely talented, that's for sure, because everything looks realistic. It looks like stuff you could actually strap on yourself and go with it. But that's a nice, excellent figure, I think.
For sure.
As a novice, I'm not nearly as experienced and knowledgeable as you gentlemen are, but that's a great figure.
Oh, you got experience. You just got different experience. So.
Yeah, in a different avenue.
Jesse, thoughts on this one?
I'm blown away by this figure. Just the amount of patience Jay has to apply the Turbo Dork and the metallics and the things to get. I mean, if you look in that shield, you see the lights reflecting in it like almost perfectly. And to get that effect,
I thought it was lit up for a second. I thought it had like electronics in it, you know?
Oh, but to get that smooth, that like crystal sharp smoothness to that glossy finish and the metallic paint takes a lot of patience and a lot of effort. I've used Turbo Dork a couple times and I'm like, oh, okay, this looks like maybe the first thing that Low Fidelity like sneezed on with Turbo Dork paint. And I'm calling it done. So yeah, I'm majorly impressed with this. And just the build of it is so cool.
Yeah, for sure. Love it. And then I believe this is the last one, which is from Jesse.
Yes. So this is from another one of our regular viewers out there in the chat, Cincy John. I know I had a Ganesha a couple weeks ago or last week that had a lot of color and depth and shadows and stuff to it, and then this one just struck me as almost like Ansel Adams-ish, the photographer, to just the. I don't think it's fully black and white. I think it's just very scaled down, but just that stark white background and the shadows of the wrinkles getting to come out, I thought was like, it literally like made me catch my breath when I saw this one on my phone. So excellent work.
Yeah, this kind of made me feel like Moon Knight. Like that the I can't remember that character's name in no the other the what's the other one?
Oh, the hippo?
Yeah, like that figure. It made me think of that, and like the bright light kind of feels like whether it's the next life or whatever's on the other side, like it feels like this very kind of big experience or something going on there. It's just really well done. I love the the whiteout part of this. So Ricky, thoughts on this one?
I'm really impressed with the detailing of it, especially around the eyes and the hands and the jewelry. It kind of reminds me like the head of an eye is, although it's looking at you each way you move, it's almost like the Mona Lisa.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Well, that is it for Shelve Selections, folks. If you are not following those folks on Instagram, make sure that you do give them a follow, because it'll make your Instagram feed cooler. And we will see you next time for Shelve Selections. But that is it for today. And then Ricky,
Yes.
It is time to talk some Ricky.
Okay.
First off, I'm guessing, I think I have it on there. Understand you were watching some football earlier. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely a football fan.
What were you watching?
Watching the Chiefs and the Eagles. I'm not an Eagles fan.
Okay.
By no means. So I'm a little disappointed in my Dirk. I mean, I'm a little, if you see any of this or hear any of them, I'm disappointed in the way the Chiefs played. But they'll correct their errors and they'll be brought back in it.
So you're a Chiefs fan?
I'm a Dallas fan, and I've always been a Dallas fan, and I've always been a well, they're not Redskin. I can't get used to Commanders. I never will. But those two I've been a big fan of, and I like the Chiefs.
Gotcha. Yeah, if you said that your favorite team was the Chiefs, I was probably gonna have to kick you off because I'm a Raiders fan.
No, my favorite team is Dallas.
Awesome.
If they'll ever show up again, I don't know what's going on, but they won tonight. So
yeah, what happened with the Chiefs game? Did Chiefs lost?
Or they did. They lost to the Eagles, and I was so disappointed.
They lost last week to the Chargers too. That means they're 0-2.
So they're. And I didn't want Dallas to be the same thing, but so they're 1-1. That's better than 0-2. No,
that's true. That's true. Now you played a little football in your youth, didn't you?
Oh yeah, and I loved it. You got to really love the game to be able to play your best anyway. So, and it's a team sport, and I enjoyed that. And I loved everybody on that field like a brother. And I learned some valuable lessons about teamwork, how to behave, how to accept losing, not be happy about it, but accept it. Mm-hmm. And I knew how to do the same way when you win. Don't be braggadocious about it. Just accept it and go with it.
Yeah.
But those were my high school years were the best years of my life.
Well, that's cool.
And I was hoping I could go to the next level, but being a classified as 1A right out of high school, Uncle Sam made my determination for me. So I had to go into the Vietnam War.
Gotcha. Now, what position did you play when you were playing football?
When I made the varsity team as a freshman, and they were playing the single wing then, and I played basic corner. But after that season, they put me in. They changed it, went into a power I formation, and I ran tailback. I ran for some over 3,000 yards.
Oh wow!
And about 38 touchdowns. So I was all East and all conference. So I had a lot of college prospects, but that was one of the biggest disappointments in my life is I didn't get a chance to go to college and see if I could play at the next level.
Yeah.
but I accepted it.
That's still some great memories, though. What kind of a back were you? Were you somebody that were you like elusive, or did you kind of just truck people and run over them? Or?
I was a power runner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 5'8", 160 pounds. That was it. But I believed in giving contact instead of receiving it.
Oh, get that. Hey, that's a good way to do it. Now you said something about learning, being part of a team and learning how to behave. Did you pass any of those lessons on to Van about how to behave?
Well, he knew it, but he just had that honoriness about him. He just wanted to always constantly challenge you. Mm-hmm. And I loved it to some degree. I mean, that it was that way, but on the other hand, it was a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Mostly to his mother, because a lot of times I was gone. But the thing that I hated about it, I looked forward to coming home and having a wonderful family reunion and a good time. But Mama had me with this behavior, that behavior, he's got to be corrected. So I always called it feel good. Mm-hmm. But they didn't think it was. I said, well, it sounds like your mama says you need some feel good. I had to do the spanking and stuff, and it ruined my whole daggone weekend.
Man, I hate it when my weekend's ruined because the kids need a spanking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. It made me feel miserable. But there's times that he needed to be corrected, and talking to him and sending him to his room, that didn't do no good.
Yep.
So sometimes you have to give him a physical lesson, but not abusive. Not abusive.
For sure.
It never was abusive. But I called it feel good, and they made a big joke out of it.
Van said
it don't feel good. I said, apparently it does, because you can keep on asking for it.
Oh, that's great.
To this day, apparently.
But I love him. I love him. Don't get me wrong. I love all my children. But he was a challenge.
Yeah. So what was your career like? What were you doing?
Well, like I said, when I got drafted by Uncle Sam, I volunteered for it instead of being drafted. But even that's when we had a valid draft, when you didn't have no choice. Mm. And I said,
you got voluntold.
Exactly. I said, well, okay. I volunteered for it, but on the conditions, I want certain schooling and so forth. I said, I want to be sure that I come out of the service with a skilled trade that if I have to, I can make a career in it if I don't end up going to college. So I was in communications, telecommunications. I was a fixed plant carrier repairman. What it is, I provided all the equipment, made sure I adjust all the signals and so forth. So we used an REL 2600 tropospheric microwave system in Vietnam, and I maintained the carrier system, make sure everything was good before it went out and what was good when it came in. And I cross-trained in it. So when I got out of service, that's the career field I went into with Ma Bell, ITT, and DSC, 3 different companies over the years. About 28 years in telecommunication, from the old analog world to the digital world. Well, actually, we went analog initially. We went to solid state, and then we went to digital. So I went through all 3 phases, from open wire all the way up to digital transmission.
That's got to be something to see all those changes throughout the years,
Well, I was quite proud about it as I look back on it. I said, that's quite a bit in 28 years in that particular field. And then, of course, an injury to my spine in the military ended up ending my career in 1999. So.
Gotcha.
So, but it was an exciting career.
No?
It really was.
Now, I've been told, amongst many other things that you're really good at, is that you make an excellent lemon meringue pie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I got that from my wife's mother. She was an excellent cook. She was a fine Southern cooker. And her food was almost, because she was the reason why I became a big portion eater for a little fella.
Yeah.
If the food was so good, I had to eat it all. But she taught me how to make that lemon meringue pie. And the kids loved it, but it got to the point last few times I didn't make it, but I passed it off to my daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
And she does an excellent job on it.
Nice.
Well, be honest with you, she does an excellent job on what she does, period. So I'm kind of proud that she's my daughter-in-law. But she does great.
That's awesome.
I don't know if I've ever had lemon meringue pie, but just hearing you talk about it, my mouth is watering. So like, I'm gonna have to go find some lemon meringue pie this week.
Well, the main thing, you need to try that. But the main thing, the way we fixed it was cookie crumbles, Nabisco wafers. We crunch them up and make the base on it, and then we used try to get the low fat and so forth. It's what's it called, Dan? Eagle brand milk. You can get it either full strength or you can get it lightweight. But you use those, and that's basically all it is. And you mix that up real good with the lemon. You may want to roll your lemons out. They're the best. You get about 3 lemons, roll them out, squeeze them out into that juice in Eagle brand milk. And then you got about 6 eggs. You cut the eggs away and keep the whites. And then that's what you make your meringue out of. And you get all that done and put it together and bake it in the oven at about, I usually do it about 280 until it gets nice and brown on the meringue. And she's ready to eat. And
Well,
it's good, dude.
Dirk is coming to visit you next week, and he says that's what he wants when he comes to visit.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I guess I have to hustle out and get some. I thought he wanted a motorcycle ride. I took it out for 2 hours the other day.
Yeah.
Just to see if I remembered how to do all that good stuff, and it came back real quick.
Yeah.
I was surprised how smooth I was. I looked good doing it too.
Yeah. You think Dirk will be able to hold on?
Oh yeah. If not, I'll tell him, come on, sweetie, just hold on tight. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you guys do go for that motorcycle ride, you need to definitely get some video of that because that'd be fun to watch. So, Dirk says we can take the motorcycle to the shop to get the ingredients. So
there you go. Jordan saying, Jesse, Ricky giving away family secrets. Jesse better not be selling lemon meringue pies at Legion's Con. Trust me, Jordan. Even if I made the pies, I wouldn't eat it, let alone try to sell it to anyone else. Like that's how good of a baker I am. So,
yeah,
but a lemon meringue pie is really good. I mean, I wouldn't turn one down. I really wouldn't. But
yeah, I love the meringue.
Simple way to do it. It's a simple way. What I just told you, you can probably do it to perfection if you follow those 3 or 4 steps I gave you.
I love a good lemon.
And then I'd like to know if you make one. I want to hear back from you on that.
I will go buy a pre-made one somewhere and know that it's nowhere in comparison to a real homemade Ricky one.
So where did you grow up, Ricky? Like what area did you live in?
Oh, geez. Well, first of all, I lived in foster homes pretty much all my life, in orphanages as well. Mm-hmm. And the last was a wonderful woman with 2 daughters that took me in and from the 8th grade, actually 9th grade. And if it hadn't been for her, I would have probably never finished high school and probably never had I might have ended up in prison somewhere, to be honest with you. So that was a wonderful woman to do that, to take me in on her own and treat me like her own son. When she had grown daughters, pretty much my age, and we all went to school together, so they were like sisters. They were a family to me, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. And I cannot thank that lady enough, but she's no longer with us. And I'm not sure about, I know one of our daughters we lost at a very young age, and Dale, I haven't heard from her in several years, so I don't know. But their family was the only reason why I can say my life is successful. Without them, probably would have been a failure.
Yeah, I mean, it's the people around us that help us become who we become, right? So
you bet.
Yeah,
I had some very, very inspirational people in my life, very supportive, and I didn't want to let them down, and I didn't want to let myself down.
Yeah.
But I was disappointed to sit here and tell you that I wasn't disappointed that I didn't get a chance to go to college. You see if I could play ball at that level. Mm-hmm. That bugs me to this day. But I put it in proper perspective in the back of my mind. It's still there. It's still there.
That's cool. So where did you actually, like, when you were living with them? What state were you in?
North Carolina, and basically I've had very seldom traveled into one county out of the other. So I was very non-knowledgeable on a lot of things that went around state-wise. You know, when the first bus ride, when I got drafted and in an airplane, I'd never been on one. In the big city where I was at, Fort Mama, New Jersey, I think that's, I don't know if it's functional anymore, about Asbury Park and so forth out in that area I'd go, in New York City. And all that was a big experience to me. I walked around all wide-eyed.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things I'd never been exposed to. So it was a learning lesson.
Oh, wow.
But I was, like I say, I was pretty naive about what went on in a lot of places. But I learned pretty quickly.
What was kind of one of the biggest things that shocked you that you weren't aware of?
Well, I don't know if I can say it without sounding like a bigot or something other, and I don't know if it's safe to say it.
I mean, whatever you feel, man. I just
I had never seen a black person with a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's the wrong thing to say or not, because I don't want to offend anybody, because I'd never seen it.
If it's something that you hadn't seen. I can
It
tell
shocked
you.
me. It shocked me because I'd never seen it before.
Yeah. I can tell you, you know, I remember my grandma, she must have been, you know, she was born and raised in Ohio, lived in a small town, Rockford, Ohio. And I remember she had a cop turned on their lights one time while she was driving, and she didn't know what to do. She drove all the way home. And it was like another 5-10 miles. She drove all the way home. Cop followed her the whole way. And when she got there, the cop got out of his car, and it was a black cop, and she had never, and at that point I think she was like 70 years old. She had never in her life even seen a black person.
Yeah.
That's how secluded that she had been in you know, throughout her life. And so you just, you know, sometimes there's just stuff that you're not privy to and you're not around and stuff. So you just don't, you know. So yeah, she told me that story, and I was like, how did you make it your whole life without, you know? And it's just that area, you know, it just wasn't.
Yeah,
you know,
you can be easily sheltered, but I'm not. They call me racist, but I'm not. And the only thing I knew how cruel children were in the 50s and 60s to each other. But that was a life experience of not being exposed to things, and you find out what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I totally get it. I mean, that's, you know, being drafted and well, in your case, volunteering and going into a situation like that, I'm sure just open your eyes to a whole world of things, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It was a wake up call in a big way.
Yeah. So then did you just go straight over there, or did you have training
and that's where the government lied to me.
Oh,
I had a contract with them after I completed that school, 32 weeks of schooling, that I was guaranteed Spec 5. Well, I was Spec 4, and when I completed graduation, they said, well, we got an excess of specialists, so Spec 4 is all you can get. I said, well, I got a contract with you. He said, well, we can do pretty much what we want to. I said, well, the contract said, and then what got me in trouble, I said, well, I know why the Indians didn't believe you speak with a forky tongue. I'm a perfect example of it. I said, I had a valid contract with you. I was supposed to go to jump school after I graduated, and I should have been a Spec 5. But I spent all my career, rest 2 years and something, as a Spec 4. Because everywhere else the rank was frozen, even in Vietnam. I went to them one time, we do with for sergeant or Spec 5, would have been my case. And there's 3 of us competing for it. And the other 2 guys had more time in country than I did. So that's the only reason I didn't get it. And then after they sent me, discharged me, came back into San Diego and processed in and out, because I had less than 6 months of active duty left. So they discharged me. And the guy told me, he said, Mr. Johnson, he said, medical technician said, probably before you're 50-something years old, you'll probably have diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. And I hit the trifecta.
Wow.
I had all 3 of them. So it was quite an experience. But I don't regret it. If I had to do it over again, I'd do it a little more gusto, I think.
Yeah.
Augusta, or whatever you want to call it. But I would maybe did a little better job of it.
How long were you in San Diego?
One day.
That's it?
One day. I came in, I processed in, processed out, caught a plane home.
Gotcha.
Got hanging. I had a military reserve. I wasn't supposed to be booted, but they booted me in Chicago. Made me wait. But I finally got home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess that whole story was I got married in 1969 in April. Excuse me, in August of 69. And I spent a little time with my wife, and then they sent me to Fairbanks, Alaska. So I went from Fairbanks, Alaska to Vietnam.
Wow.
And I volunteered for that, too. Because I didn't feel like those guys' lives were more important than mine. That's just the way I looked at it at that time. I was very patriotic.
So how did you deal with the cold weather up there?
Well, it really wasn't that bad, except the summer was beautiful, August through September. But when it came, it wasn't very much fun. They had us playing war games right before the Thanksgiving holiday. And we went out there and we set up big 10-man tents and with a Yukon stove. And I said, there's going to be a breeze. The next morning, we broke it down and we had a machine up there, or a truck up with the hot water with a bunch of cans in it, and that was our food for that morning. So we thought we was packing up too. They said no. The lieutenant says no. Can you excuse me? Can you excuse me just a minute? The doorbell's ringing, and I need to answer.
Absolutely, have at it.
Sure thing.
Man, wild stuff.
That's some life stories, man. I mean, I'm going to bring this comment up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, have at it.
MJ Staten. How is it? Was it
Treva?
Treva and Van. 2 ends. I can't thank you both enough for sharing your dad with us. He's truly a gem for this community and this country.
I love Ricky. Ricky's the best.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying much because I'm absorbing all of these stories and just trying to imagine the scenarios and put myself in, not myself, but picturing them happening.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get to, this stage in your life without having some interesting stories for sure. So,
right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Could
you imagine either of us?
A friend come in here from high school. But that gone.
Tell him that.
Can you sit on down there? Be careful now. You're stepping on your toes. There you go.
So, who's your buddy here?
That's Joe Blow.
Yeah?
Joe Blow, high school.
How's it going, Joe?
That's what I call him. I got my H in my pants, but you don't want to hear about that.
Now, is Joe come over to visit often, or?
No, I hadn't seen him in a while, and I was kind of surprised that he even showed up.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, you owe me $20.
Wow.
Oh, man. I thought I paid you that. Okay, well, I'll pay you later.
I mean, maybe. Go ahead.
Kevin wants to know if you guys played football together.
No, he was more of a fan than he was a player.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see him as a cheerleader. Did he do any cheerleading?
He look at him.
I don't think they had boy cheerleaders back then, Curtis.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You look like you'd be a boy cheerleader.
It's the smile he's got. It totally does. Yeah.
Yeah, must be it.
I was talking about that pretty one with long hair.
Have you ever had Ricky's lemon meringue pie?
Oh, Lord.
Pretty good, huh?
Not the best thing you put in your mouth.
Yeah. I know. In about a week or so. I don't know. Do you know Dirk? You ever met their friend Dirk? He's
Dirk?
like a raccoon guy.
I mentioned Dirk. Dirk?
Yeah.
Dirk. I try and knock my shoes off before I step in the house. I don't want to bring dirt into the house.
No, Dirk with a K.
Dirk.
But he's going to come and visit next week, and Ricky's going to get him a ride on a motorcycle.
Be careful, Bill.
Yeah. Have you ever ridden on the motorcycle with Ricky?
No.
What? Why you can't hold on?
I would have wrapped my legs around you.
I don't. I don't think you wrap your legs. I think you just wrap your arms around the person.
Apparently, you never rode with
Oh,
I call him Joe Blow, but it's actually Joe Clark. Is his last name.
okay. So, Ricky, what kind of stuff do you like to watch besides sports? Like any kind of movies or TV shows?
Well, I like action, realistic action poses, and some short series I like. If I start watching it, I don't want to stop.
Well, okay.
And so but mostly action, and I like a little tearjerker every now and again, just a little taste of reality. But I like most all movies, to be honest with you.
What's like one of your favorites?
Well, I like a sports movie, The Natural.
Oh yeah, Natural.
I like
great.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the one about the. It's so several. I can see visions. I'm thinking one of these. He's the horse whisperer. I like that one.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That sounds like a Jesse movie. Jesse, have you seen that one?
I have not seen The Horse Whisperer.
It's a good movie.
What about The Goat Whisperer? Have you seen The Goat Whisperer?
Say what? Yeah.
I think Van's training for that job, but I have not seen the movie yet.
Okay. Gotcha.
And,
yeah, that's a good one.
several of them out there, but most of them are action movies that I like.
You like good westerns?
Oh, yeah. That the Horse Whisperer is kind of in the western. I like a lot of John Wayne movies.
Okay.
All right.
I like most of his
man.
movies. I really did.
What about Clint
True
Eastwood?
Grit.
Clint Eastwood. I watched every one of them.
Oh yeah.
Spaghetti westerns. I guess they referred to them, but
Yeah.
I always thought they were good. Hang 'em high.
Yeah.
And the one that I really like the best is where he's a rebel, and it's not the Phil Rider.
Brokeback Mountain?
No, I don't care for the Brokeback Mountain. I didn't watch that one. But it's
The Ricky Doss Protest Enough.
Josie Wells. Josie Wells.
Oh yeah.
I like Josie Wells.
Yeah, that
That's a good
whole
one.
Man with No Name trilogy was really good. I really liked Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That's one of my
Oh
favorites.
yeah, that was a good one too.
Like that whole standoff at the end between the three guys. Man, that's classic. Yeah.
One of my favorite westerns is Open Range. Have you seen that one? It's a new
Yeah, that was a good one too. That's a good one, yeah.
and
Robert Duvall.
Silverado.
Robert Duvall
Yep.
was in that one, yeah.
Hmm.
And Lonesome Dove. I watched that whole series. I like that. Matter of fact, my son-in-law was related to his father, his grandfather. There was a collectible on that Lonesome Dove. He had all the stuff.
Wow.
And
Now I got on good advice that you're a fan of Jane Fonda. Is that correct?
no, I have absolutely no use for her.
Oh, that's what I've got here on my notes.
Well, when she had a chance to help us in Vietnam, she didn't. She went out there and associated with the enemy. All this good stuff and so forth. And some of the was passed on that was trying to pass notes to her, but she was afraid to take it to let them know where some of the captives were. And she refused to do it. So
That's not good.
I know. So
My
as
mom
a
is
result
the
of
same
that,
mindset there.
you ask most veterans that were over there that question, they'll give you the same answer.
Yeah, I must have some faulty notes. I'm not
Especially
going to
the
tell you who
prisoners
gave me
aboard,
those
no.
notes, but I think I got some
If it-
fake information. So,
I'm not a favorable fan by no means.
Now, you also watched some football on Saturday, right? Some college football.
Oh, all those are some really good games. There's a lot of good comebacks on those. I've always been an Alabama fan, and of course, Clemson got theirs. I'm a State fan. I've always fought for the Wolfpack, but that was a team that I hoped I might be able to play with, and but I've always been a fan of them basketball and football. We're more of a ACC then, more of a basketball than it is football. Football's getting a little better though.
So
Clemson got a wake up call.
If you kind of spent most of your time in North Carolina, how'd you end up a Cowboys fan and an Alabama fan?
Well, I lived in Texas for 18 years in Frisco.
Oh,
Texas.
okay.
And I left out in I think it was 1990 and moved back in 2007. The rest of the time I lived in
where Van's always talking about Texas barbecue. I'm like,
geez.
Man, Kansas
Brisket
City
is
barbecue is the
outstanding.
best, but he's always talking Texas barbecue.
Well, he worked in a restaurant there, and he was a grill master in a way. He took care of that lot of stuff, and he knew how to cook a brisket. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's my understanding you don't need no teeth to chew that beef.
Yeah, it's tender.
Should get him to bring some of those skills to Legion's Con.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm coming to Atlanta in a few weeks, and I'm meeting them there. Maybe he can bring me some brisket or something. I'll see if I can talk him into it.
You need to holler at Van about that and find out what's going on. But he's pretty knowledgeable on how to do that. For many years he baked them and cooked them, barbecued them in the restaurant he worked in, and it turned out to be a major big restaurant there in Frisco now. But when we moved to Frisco, there was just a little over 6,000 people. When we left, it was 180,000. Jerry Jones had built the stuff that the high school players play in, as well as his professional team. We had semi-pro ball. We had hockey. Right next door to everything you wanted. You didn't need to leave the city.
Wow.
But it was too much of a shock to bring my children into it when they all graduated from Texas school, except like Plano. You had kids there at 17, 18 years old driving Porsches and stuff like that in Mercedes, and I couldn't put my kids in that kind of exposure. To provide them kind of vehicles, it was a old money and new money. Couldn't compete with that.
Just a bunch of people that struck oil or something, or what? Like how?
Most of them did it. Most of it was old money, which you wouldn't know they were rich, but the kids got a hold of it and they let you know they were rich and never worked for a dime they got. But that's
if I ever won the lottery or came into a lot of money, I wouldn't tell anybody, but there would be signs. Like,
Would it be
goats? Is that the sign is goats?
No, like I'd get all my teeth fixed, I'd get my feet fixed.
Kevin's
he's hopefully going to be gone by the end of the year. That's a different. That one's not going to be.
You shouldn't tell him. Like, I mean, he's right there.
I mean, what's he going to do?
I mean, you could cover his ears or something. You could earmuff him.
So, Rick, just so you know, I've got a cyst on my hand, and I call it Kevin because every time I bump it, I scream like the mom in Home Alone.
Oh,
Kevin! So Curtis is just razzing me a little bit here.
I'm just saying, like,
don't you let that man razz you? I got a feeling like that, just like that on my ass.
It's like he's like my brother. It's all good.
Yeah.
I was just explaining so you know what was going on, and he doesn't have ears. It's just a lump.
Yeah.
Dylan says, so Kevin's moving out?
Kevin's getting evicted.
He's getting evicted. So Ricky,
Joe, come on.
Yeah, Ricky. What are the odds that Van and Jordan get you to come to Legion's Con in New Jersey?
Probably slim.
Yeah.
It's just they just hammering me with medical appointments here lately.
Oh, it's not just because
Van, I wouldn't get to a lot of them
anymore.
They don't want me driving because I only get maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and I can understand that. So right now I'm going through sleep deprivation, and the VA is trying to say I'm depressed, and I'm saying I'm not depressed. I'm pissed off. I said because of medical conditions, all this pharmaceutical stuff you're pumping to me, is not doing any good. So it's not helping. And the conditions, 2025 introduced problems with my medical condition, made them worse. And I've been on the stuff, and I was on opiates to help because of chronic pain. I didn't have no choice. I didn't want it. But, and I kept telling them, I said, it's not helping with the pain at all. It's attacking my body. So I'm completely off of it.
Well, that's good.
And the pain's still the same. It's on the same when I had it. It runs about a hard 7. Whether I'm walking, standing, if I do much walking, it elevates. It'll get around a 9 or 10, makes tears to your eyes.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of pain to deal with, but my diabetes, neuropathy has gotten worse. I feel like I'm standing in the snow too long and my toes are burning and stinging. And my feet are real cold. That's the way it feels. And now, I'm sure that bothers me too, about not being able to go to sleep. Some of it, I'm sure. But I'm not depressed. I'm just a little angry, a little frustrated.
Now, speaking of your feet, I heard that you have a unique way of washing your shoes.
Yeah, and I tell you what really takes my mind completely away from the pain at times is when we have a good family get together. It really does, because I'm not, I'm more involved in what's going on, the action, and I did participate a little bit in some bourbon tasting. Most of it was 112 or higher proof. I had about 2 or 3 shots more of that, and a couple of beers and a Bloody Mary, and I was feeling real good, and I was enjoying myself for a change. But I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how I put my shoes in the dishwasher. I went looking every place I'd been. I could call it almost like a picture in my mind. And I remember putting dishes in, because that's normally how I try to help out Marie, is taking care of the dishes and so forth.
Right.
And she takes care of all the meals and everything else. And I remember putting dishes in. I must have took a blacked out or something at that moment and decided I put my shoes in there, I guess. But I don't recall it at all. But I do recall putting the dishes in and getting it started. But the only thing I remember is somebody must have pulled the dishwasher open or something like that, because it never completed its cycle. So I don't know if Logan may have pulled on the handle or something else, because he called me one night and said, the dishwasher's beeping, Papa. So I went in there and explained to him how to recycle and cut it off. But probably went in one ear and out the other, because he was thinking more video games. But
probably that
my daughter-in-law told me, said, next morning, said, we found your shoes, but I think Van put her up to it, not to do it, not to take them out. And said, guess where they were at? I said, I have no idea. I looked all over the place. I thought somebody was playing a joke on me. She said, they're in the dishwasher, soaking wet.
Now, I heard that not only were they in the dishwasher, but one was at the top and one was in the bottom.
Exactly.
Now, typically when I load a dishwasher, certain things go on top and certain things go on the bottom, but I wouldn't split up the same item in 2 places. Like, how does that work?
I don't know, because I don't recall it. I don't recall doing it. And that's the reason I think somebody pulled a joke on me. I really do. Because I remember every place I was at, I don't even remember taking my shoes off. But except I noticed when I looked down, I had any half socks on. I said, where's my damn shoes? And I looked everywhere, and I even got them to look for them. So I don't know. I never drink to the point where I'm out of control. I like to know what's going on, but apparently I drew a blank there, because I don't remember at all putting my shoes in the dishwasher, especially one on the upper rack, one on the bottom rack.
Yeah. Now, once they get a good cleaning, what appliance do you use to dry them?
I had the sun. I had to leave them out on the deck all day. And then I just tried them on the other day when I did my motorcycle ride, and I had to re-stretch them.
Oh, they tightened up on you a bit, huh?
Yeah, they tightened up quite a bit.
Wow.
But I finally got them broke in, got my feet into them. But it's them slip-ons, so I had to bend over so much to put them on, but I had to do a little bending on that and convince them that I want to stick my foot in them.
What kind of shoes were they?
The slip-ons. Slip-ins, I guess is what they call them. Slip-ins.
Well, you don't know about them sketches with the arch support?
Yeah, them sketches.
Like sneakers, like slip-on sneakers?
Yeah, they get, that's almost like having a shoehorn built into the shoe. When you put your feet into it and you push down, it slides right in.
And it honks.
So I don't have to do all that bending anymore. And they've got some nice looking ones like these. That's a perfect example of. So they're not old looking.
For hope.
Yeah, that looks orthopedic.
And you just stand up.
Oh, Joe, calm down. Joe, man.
Okay, hold on. You got him? Okay.
Man, Joe's having all kinds of problems.
Curtis,
now is
Curtis, just between us. Like,
well, I'm just wondering, like, does Joe have somebody that takes care of him? Does he live with family or something? Or
the hell are you trying to say, boy?
Well, you just seemed like you were struggling with your glasses there, and Ricky was trying to help you. I just didn't. I just want to make sure you're taken care of. Like, you got somebody that cares for you?
How old is you? How old is you, son?
Me? I'm 48.
Yeah, when you're talking to me, you talk from your chest all the way. You speak up and say, yes, sir. How old are you, I said?
Yes, sir. I'm 48, sir.
All right, we can have this conversation in 30 years. You come to my grave and you tell me how the hell you pick up your glasses.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Yeah, Treva seems to really enjoy those Skechers step-ins for you guys. So
yeah, she got them for me. She bought both pairs. You know, she said I complained about having to bend over so much. I got that stool, and that stool got me in trouble because I was tying my shoes, and I got that smart bed supposedly, and the only way that it takes pressure off my back if I got it in a zero gravity position, which means I'm sleeping in a
like a taco.
Yeah, it's a
like Barbarella.
Yeah, both my foot and my head are up in the air, and I'm sleeping in the crack, I guess is what I call it.
Have you checked to see if your bed is a mimic?
I don't know. But anyway, it has the air mass is what I call it, air bubble or bladder or whatever. But it's not equal on each end when you sit on it. And I was sitting on the edge of the bed and I kind of slipped off and hit the daggone light the lamp stand with my head. But I caught myself from falling. I didn't fall. I said, damn, Dad, it's more of an accident prone than it is good.
Yeah, you Johnson seem to have a real problem with nightstand.
Yeah, I did. So I've introduced myself to the nightstand on 2 occasions. Actually, I was tossing and turning because I can't sleep. And the last time I rolled too far over on that edge, and the same thing happened again.
You're going to need to take some of them pool noodles and wrap them around there.
I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to put some rails on it.
Yeah, Van's had quite a few problems with the nightstands as well. It sounds like it's a Johnson thing.
Yeah.
Must run in the family.
Yeah, I believe so. We have to introduce ourselves to it every now and again.
Yeah.
Wake up call, I guess.
Yeah, family's got a problem with one nightstand.
If I had more room, I could push it further back, and maybe I'd save myself a head bump every now and again.
I don't know about you, Mr. Curtis, but I don't have problems with one night stand.
Oh boy, there goes his glasses again.
I got him. Oh
yeah.
I had the ones with the ropes on the back. Now I can find the ropes.
That's the reason I call him Joe Blow, because he's always blowing off about something.
I'm blowing off about $20 you ain't paid me in 30 years, Ricky.
Well,
how about some inflation?
You want some interest too?
But yeah, I want all the interest. I'm very interested in you giving me my $20. How about that?
Okay, well, I'll probably give you more than that in the past anyway. You just happen along.
Why you bringing up old shit?
Yeah, okay. Okay. I'll make sure you get that 20 with a little interest.
Yeah. Breakfast?
Well, I gave you breakfast a many times.
Well, I like to get some breakfast.
But now you hit me for $20. Okay. Well, I'll make sure you get it back.
Does your friend Joe here, does he like salads from Chick-fil-A? Is that something that you guys have in common?
I don't know. He might get pissed off like I did when Van threw my salad away.
Why would he do that?
Yeah, threw my salad away, and I'm not talking about stirring my salad either.
Did you stab him?
No, it's already gone. Too late.
I bet you stabbed him and wouldn't have done it twice.
I've been in the refrigerator, so I figured it was still good. That little wilted but it hadn't turned brown.
Did it still have the chicken on it?
Not much. Chicken was gone. It's just salad.
It sounds to me like you didn't get it.
I don't know, Jesse. If it's salad, if the chicken's all gone from the salad, is it still a salad?
Yes.
Is it
Everything else
still
is there.
edible? Can you still eat it without the chicken, or would you toss it? If you had a salad and all the
more salads than I've had in my life have not had chicken on them, so I would say yes, you can continue to eat it.
Oh, well, there
I
you
could
go.
eat a damn pile of pigeon ass, but that don't mean you should.
There was a little chicken left in it because it's such a big salad that I cut it in half.
Oh,
I ate
okay.
half of it and put the other half in the refrigerator, but it may have been less chicken than what my original bowl had.
Now, listen,
Gotcha.
But the salad was still good with a little chicken.
I may not remember everything, but I do remember in Clayton High School, your damn math skills were shit. You didn't know fractions, and now you're over here talking about the halves and quarters and portioning and where the hell's my $20?
Yeah, you'll get your $20.
Damn right I will. Put this walker over here and smack you in the head with it. I think it's a nightstand, but it's a walker. Only one of us will throw a walker away, I'll tell you that.
I probably gave you that $20. You just don't remember it.
I bet you I'm going to go find your wallet before you leave your house.
Okay, I'll make sure I escort you out of here with 20.
Like, hey, you ain't catch me on this walk. I got on my Skechers. I stepped into them. I'm feeling fast. I'm feeling fly. I got the tennis balls. I'm juking. And the tennis balls.
Yeah.
Boy, I went and got the Wilsons. He's got the fuzzy green fur. I ain't slipping. I got traction. And I'm bouncing. And I'm going around the corner. And,
Do you know why I got Joe
what the
Blow
hell are you
now?
even talking about anymore?
Yeah, he's blowing off about something. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
He's had that nickname for years.
Now, we do another show on Friday nights called Let's Go OffWorld, and on that show, towards the end, we do a little thing that we call the lightning round. And one of the things that came up this week, I wanted to get your take on. We were talking about what people's Mount Rushmore of sandwiches were. So Mount Rushmore, you got 5 presidents up there, and we were just kind of wondering, what would your 4 sandwiches, your 4 sandwiches that you would say have to be on Mount Rushmore, what would they be?
Reuben would be my number 1.
All right.
Then a Philly cheesesteak would be my number 2. Then a ham and cheese would be my number 3.
Solid pick.
And my next one would be turkey with pepper jack cheese.
Interesting. Okay. That's an interesting pick. Yeah.
And if I have an option between that, it would be a cheeseburger with hot dog chili on each side with pepper.
Ooh. Okay.
Now you're talking.
Now, Jesse, I know you missed on Friday. What would be your Mount Rushmore of sandwiches?
Freshly made peanut butter and jelly with creamy Jif and strawberry jam or jelly.
Okay.
Preserves or jelly.
Now you're talking.
Preserves
son. I like
jam.
it, sir.
PB&J, classic. Yep.
BLT, hold the mayo.
Good one. Good
Why
one.
would you hold the mayo on a BLT, boy?
Yeah, why would you hold the mayo?
The one that mixes with the tomatoes to make the damn sandwich.
Let's see.
Would that make it a BLMT if it did have the mayo though? It really shouldn't be on there if it's just a BLT.
I don't think you put the acronym letters in for the condiments on it. Like you don't put butter, right?
Gotcha.
Like if there's butter on the sandwich. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So PB&J, BLT. I love a good after Thanksgiving turkey sandwich. Just
turkey leftover sandwich that came up
leftover
on Friday.
turkey on bread, nothing else. And I mean, I don't want to get into the whole what's the definition of a sandwich kind of a thing, but if we're including subs as part of this, I'd say a good meatball sub would be up there. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I went when I did mine on Friday. I went classic PB&J. You got to have that on it. I went grilled cheese. Like I felt like those two, pretty solid picks for Mount Rushmore. My number 2 was a Philly cheesesteak, just like Ricky. Love a good Philly cheesesteak. But my number 1 that neither one of you had, ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I mean, I love a good ice cream sandwich. Pull it out of the freezer, let it sit for a few minutes, let it kind of soften up a little bit, and then go to town.
That should have been an automatic because I like them too, but I just didn't think of that as a sandwich. But it's exactly what it is.
There you go.
I totally agree, Curtis. That is 100% a sandwich. But when I think of I want to eat a sandwich, I generally don't think cold. So it slipped my mind. But I totally agree. That is a totally valid answer.
It's just like if you ask me my favorite kind of pie, I would say pizza.
Okay.
Pizza pie.
What about tomato pie?
No. Oh, that's terrible. You ever had that, Ricky? You ever had tomato pie?
I've had stewed tomatoes. That's about as close, I guess.
No,
But no,
Yeah.
I'm not a big pizza eater, to be honest with you.
Oh, really?
No, I if I'm gonna eat a pizza, I want all the veggies on it with the meat. I like Canadian bacon. I even like the Hawaiian pizza, but it depends on the dough. How
With
good
the
dough.
pineapple? You like the pineapple?
I like the pineapples with mushrooms and Canadian ham.
Pineapple, mushrooms, and okay. I might have to try that.
That's not bad. I'm telling you, if they don't get carried away, I don't mean you saturate it with the pineapple, but put pineapples in there with that Canadian bacon and the mushroom makes a big difference with extra cheese.
I saw this video the other day of it's a couple I see in videos from time to time. It's an American woman and her husband's Italian, and he was so disappointed because he ordered a pizza, or I guess he picked it off of a slice rack or something where they were, and he was disappointed because he thought it was potato, but it was pineapple. And I'm like, in what world is potato, other than Curtis's world, better on pizza? Not that I do pineapple, but like.
Well, the pineapple, they sometimes get carried away with it, but if they mix it just right, and it's really the dough is the magic thing. The dough is the magic thing. I really like the dough.
I'll tell you what, though. Let's get back to them raw potatoes now. When I had all my teeth, there was about nothing better to put in my mouth and chomp on than a raw potato. I mean, you can talk about the sandwiches, you can talk about the pizza, but am I right, Ricky?
Yeah.
Raw potato.
Yeah. That used to be a snack. We'd have turnips and raw potatoes and stuff like that, and broccoli all mixed in veggies. But
You ever ate a head of cabbage?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I could eat some raw potatoes. I like a good raw potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had any good raw turnips?
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. A good mix. I
They're a
think.
little hot, little spice to them, but yeah.
Yep.
Little kick.
Not as much as radish. Radish got a little bigger bite.
Yeah.
But I thought they were good. Good
Yeah,
snack.
I've had those
Combination of
too.
everything.
Yeah, a little radish. Yeah, for sure. Jen, she's in Ohio. She says there's a loaded baked potato pizza there. So
Once again, nothing good ever comes out of Ohio.
well, there you go.
Dirk.
Didn't Curtis come out of Ohio?
I did.
That's
Yeah,
good.
actually, I came from Ohio, and Dirk lives in Ohio. That's true. So, Ricky, we got a question from Kevin Hamilton here. He says, best biscuits and gravy. Where's the best biscuits and gravy come from?
Oh, geez. It's an old Southern recipe, and a lot of people don't know how to mix it. They get that flour dough and get the right combination of it and get it mixed to where it's actually flows a little bit when you put it on your biscuits with a little salt and pepper. They're hard to beat. Some of the best I've ever had was when I was in Texas, though, and a guy did Dairy Queen.
What the hell?
And they give you that different meals and another than ice cream. And they had some good old-fashioned biscuit gravy, I always call it.
Wow.
What about Grandy?
A Dairy Queen.
Yeah. Yeah, they had hamburgers, stuff like that as well. It's kind of like Sonic.
Growing up here in Central PA, Dairy Queen only served like ice cream and dessert stuff. So when I moved
really?
Yeah.
when I moved to Missouri, and someone's like, "Oh, we're gonna go to Dairy Queen and get some burgers." I was like, "Where?" Like Dairy Queen. I'm like, "Oh, like an ice cream burger," and they're like, "No." Like I was like, "Okay," and I was surprised to find
they got some great burgers.
Yeah.
I love a good Dairy Queen burger.
They've since now opened up, and some of the, not all of the Dairy Queens around here have it, but some of them.
No, they had to get competitive, you know, in the areas that had, you know, the Burger Kings and stuff like that. But I like their stuff, and they also had the steak fries. You put steak fries, and you put that country gravy on it. Oh man!
I tell you, who's got for a fast food chain, Steak and Shake has got some good biscuits and gravy.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I just want to go to a diner and get some breakfast now.
Yeah, you go inside a Steak and Shake, you can get a root beer float with a cold mug, and then get a biscuits and gravy. Heck yeah,
that's a good meal.
I'm a big steak and shake.
I'm a big breakfast fan because I'm so used on the road. If I got a quality breakfast, a good breakfast, I was good for the day. And normally, where we were remotely anyway, you didn't have time to eat lunch, so we just kept on working through it. And we drank beer and at night, and that was usually our supper and whatever they had. Used to have happy hours, and they had meals already out there on the floor, enough to eat off that and fill you up. Didn't really want to go eat anywhere.
The man with the
see
pretty
that.
eyes. That one.
What was that? I'm sorry.
That man. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what we
The
got
man
here?
with the pretty eyes. If you were going ahead and keep this man busy, I'm going to go ahead and grab him to this here walker. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, there goes the glasses again.
Joe.
That guy
Maybe you
can't
ought to
see
get
his
one of those
glasses.
fans you put on the back of them.
Man, I sure
Okay.
hope somebody's taking care of him.
Okay.
I worry
Like-
about that guy.
Like,
Well, you know, they
someone
come.
needs to take care of him.
Whoa, Joe.
No,
You're
no,
taking everything with you there.
A little different.
Yeah, man.
did he find the night table?
Yeah, did you find the nightstand?
Get this thing off here.
Nightstand.
Who's coming to pick you up, Joe? I walk. God, you're mighty good. You shouldn't be walking.
No,
We're gonna call
that doesn't
someone
sound
to
safe
check
at all.
on you. No.
He might need a motorcycle ride.
Yeah, I may have to end up getting you back to the house.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was coming, and I was kind of prepared you for it, but I knew anything about it. So
We didn't know either.
That's how I got his name, and Joe Blow. But it's actually Joe Card, but I always call him Joe Blow because he's always blowing off on something.
Well, Ricky,
See, this
go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead,
This
Jesse.
was, I apologize. Maybe it's just my northern ears. This is what I heard when Joe was talking.
Yeah, the teacher from the Peanuts.
I apologize, Joe. And anyone that else that I couldn't understand him. I apologize. So I'm glad you were interpreting.
Yeah. Well, he always had a high pitched voice, always did, and you're not the only one that don't understand him. A lot of times I don't, and I've known him pretty much all my life since high school, anyway.
I could see that. Well, Ricky, this year we've been doing a little thing on our show. So, at one point in Jesse's life, Jesse actually booed a wedding proposal. Now, I know that sounds like something that most people wouldn't do, but I'm going to give you some particulars of what happened. And then what we're going to ask you to do is to tell us what your story is, like how you think it went down. So what I can tell you is Jesse, our friend Jesse here, he went to a movie, right? And the movie he was seeing was Fun with Dick and Jane. It's a Jim Carrey movie. He was going with a few friends. They went early. They're sitting there. They're waiting for the movie to begin. The previews haven't even started yet. They're playing like the little ads, beforehand. The only other people in the whole movie theater is this couple about 2-3 rows ahead of him, right? A couple there, and then what appears to be the girl in the couple, it must be her parents, right? And so it's just that couple and the parents, and then Jesse and his friends. At some point, some like kind of soft music starts playing, and they're looking at this thing on the screen, and it's like this very romantic thing on screen. And then it comes across and says, "Will you marry me?" on the screen. and Jesse just starts booing, boo, boo, like really loud. And turns out, a few rows up, that couple, the guy was down on his knee and he was proposing to his girlfriend. So what we would like for you to do now is tell us what you think led up to that. Why Jesse, of all people, because he's a really nice guy, why he would boo a wedding proposal, and then what impact you think that had on that poor couple. So this is where we get to have you tell the story, and there you go.
Well, if I would have been in the same situation and there was a movie that I was really enjoying and this here kind of stuff took place, I would probably booed too.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think he probably should have picked a better place to propose than in a movie theater. And I thought it was kind of trashy, to be honest with you. And if somebody's feelings got hurt, I'd apologize. But it was the whole process. I realized he was trying to come across maybe impressive, but that wouldn't, to me, would be very impressive.
No, not Fun with Dick and Jane. That's not a
No,
even if you're going to do it at a movie theater, that's not the movie to do it.
Exactly. And the movie, and you mentioned Dick and Jane, that was the reader that I was raised on.
Mm-hmm.
And read the book, you see Jane, you see Dick, and everybody would take it wrong. And so
why? Because you see
I
Dick?
grew up in school to read Dick and Jane books. And they did away with them because I guess it's too sexual.
School had something against Dick. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and like Reed said, Jane, you see Dick, Dick, you see Jane. Yeah. It's just everybody took the wrong taste on it. But they were perfectly good readers. And that's what we learned off of. But now you can't find a Dick and Jane book. But that don't go back to your movie. But I kind of feel the same way you do it. If I'm watching I don't like any type of interruption in a movie theater, even if you're really enjoying a movie. Usually it comes from the balcony.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's normally where it comes from, interruption and so forth. Just a little frustrating. And I don't know how much you were into the movie, but that sounded like it was a pretty good, funny movie, I believe. And then something like that comes up, I would probably boo too.
Now, what impact do you think that had on the couple? Like, do you think that's the thing that broke them up, or did they, just say, you know what, screw that guy booing, we're gonna stick this out together, and they still tell that story to this day to their friends?
Yeah, if he was serious about it, he would have went ahead and completed the process.
Yeah,
regardless of the interruption, whether he considered it rude or not. I would think that they were well-rounded enough to understand the fact that in the movie theater, people watching a movie, and that's an interruption.
They don't want that dribble.
No.
Yeah. Well,
and hopefully, that you didn't really scar them to the heart. It's they should have understood that.
Totally.
They didn't have any feelings for anybody else in the theater.
Oh, no, they weren't thinking about other people. They were thinking about themselves. Yeah.
About themselves. So a little selfishness. I would probably
we can't blame the girl because she didn't know what was happening.
Exactly. But he's the one that fault. He should have found a better way to do it and a more romantic way of doing it. Oh, yeah. I'm a romantic person myself, or used to be, and I could have definitely found a much better way of doing it.
Yeah, I mean, there's better places besides the movie theater.
Yes.
Even in a restaurant, it would be more accepted.
Give us your top 3 places to propose. If you were, if right now there's somebody watching this and they're fully ready to propose to their girlfriend, give us the top 3 Ricky places to propose.
Would be the first of all would be the favorite place that we both like to be at. That would be my number one.
Something that's important to both of you.
Exactly. Something that's special memories or whatever, and we both agree on it. And it would be somewhat of a surprise, just put it up and just show up. The next place would be probably in a park. And then the next place would probably be my last would be in a restaurant.
Very nice. Yeah, I like those.
Like a nice restaurant, not a Dairy Queen.
No, not a Dairy Queen. I mean, a nice. So if I was going to do that, it would be a nice restaurant and a nice meal.
Now
I wouldn't have it put in a cake or anything like that, which could possibly eat it or swallow it. I would present it to
you
her
don't want to
myself.
put the ring in food.
And I would do it on the knee.
Yeah, you get down to the knee, right?
I'd get down to the knee and put the whole thing into it.
There you go. Well, listen, Jesse's not going to confirm whether that's the true story or not, not till the end of the year. But I will say, just gauging Jesse's reaction, this has been the most that it feels like he's agreed with anybody's take on the whole booing the proposal thing. And in fact, so much so that I think don't you have a comment highlighted there, Jesse, that you wanted to bring up?
Well, I just wanted to be like, Dylan, as much as I appreciate Ricky's story, I don't think it validates my entire life. It might validate that moment.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, there you go. So it's in the
I don't
running.
think
Ricky.
we have a show long enough for that.
We're going to determine at the end of the year who had the best Jesse proposal story. And I think right now you're in the running for sure. So, yeah. Now, I will say that I proposed to Darla at an airport. Now, out of all the places that you could propose to somebody, how do you rank that, an airport?
Well, there's some romantic spots in the airport to propose. I mean, I don't totally disagree with that.
Now, what if I told you that the first place that we ever saw each other face to face was the same spot that I proposed to her at the airport?
Oh, you were romantic too.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
Like I couldn't find her gate. She didn't know where I was. And then finally we locked eyes and there it is. And then when I went to go propose, that exact same spot.
That's ideal.
There you go.
I don't think you could have done it any better than that.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, it's a special spot, in people's lives. You feel it, she feels it, and that's the ideal spot to be at. It's that special spot.
Yeah, because if she says no, I can just shoo her back on the plane. Say, get on out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just buy her a one-way ticket and send her on.
Just be like, I'm going to go get the car and just not come back.
It's not the way I had to do mine. Mine was not the most romantic whatsoever.
Oh, yeah?
But I was at Fort Monmouth, New Jersey, pulling QC duty. Mm-hmm. And I had an opportunity to use the phone. Mm-hmm. And Deborah and I were high school sweethearts. We dated through high school and stuff like that. She was off and went 1 year to junior college. And I said, well, I don't want to tie you up. I said, maybe we should just separate here for a while and let you see. You might find somebody you like better than me. And, but she decided no, she didn't. So I thought that was great. So, but I had to talk to her on the phone. I said, and I asked her mother first. I talked to her mother. I said, I would like to
classy move.
Ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. And would you agree or disagree? It's basically the way I put it to her. She said, no, I appreciate you asking me, but you need to ask my daughter. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, I just want to know that I had your blessings and they're okay to ask your daughter. And she said, yes, you do. And I said, okay. Could I speak with your daughter? And she put her on the phone. And I had the ring and everything in my hand.
Did you get down on a knee as you were on the phone?
No, I didn't. I said, I asked her, I said, would you, could it marry me? And basically, I just come out there, would you marry me? Do you love me enough to marry me and tolerate me through life? Mm-hmm. Both ways. She said, yes. And I said, I know this is not the best way to ask someone that you love to marry you, but when because we'd already set up our wedding dates and so forth in the church, I said, but when I come home on leave, I'll present the rings to you properly. Mm-hmm. But I mailed them to her so she'd have them. And that's what I tried to explain to her. I said, I'm going to mail them to you. And I mailed them to her in a postcard box. We put little cards in, protected and secured it and so forth. And I said, when I get home on leave, I'll present to you with it properly. So that's how mine went. But it was more romantic when I got home.
For sure.
Oh yeah. So we did it in a good spot.
Now-
Right there in her living room.
Now, do you remember? I mean, you worked in the this industry for a while, but you remember when they had party lines? You remember that?
Oh yeah, because I had to put in a lot of subscriber systems, and we went off what they had somewhere up to six party lines where you could hear each other talk.
Yeah.
And then the government came in and said, well, the maximum you can have is 2, and they said we want everybody to have single lines. So we had to change it, put on direct ringers and so forth. So everybody, but I remember those, and you probably don't remember open wire. That was
I don't
just
remember
solid
open wire. I
line.
remember party lines, but I don't remember
Like the
open
old
wire.
like the old telegraph wire.
Oh yeah.
It was a solid wire, and we took those out and put professional telephone lines in with the different pairs and so forth. But yeah, we had to go from double party, 6 party lines was the biggest that I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And that was ridiculous. Everybody had separate ringers and so forth, but you could always hear the parties talking on the same line. So we had to go, everybody had to be in the rural co-ops. We had to go, most of the city had already changed it where everybody had single party lines.
Mm. Yeah. So we, my grandma had a party line, and I think it was just a 2-1,
Right.
because it was just like her neighbor. So like, you'd go to pick up the phone and you didn't get a dial tone. You heard people talking. You're like, oh, they're on the phone.
Yeah.
And, little Curtis, like I was, 4 or 5 years old. I would take the bottom of the phone off and pull out the bottom part where, so they couldn't hear me. That was like the mute button back then, right? You
Yeah.
pull out the bottom of the phone, and I just listen in and see what the neighbors were talking about. Anyway, I say that to say, what if while you were proposing over the phone, all of a sudden you heard Jesse's voice start going boo over the phone? What would you think of that?
Don't flip this beautiful moment. Don't ruin this.
I'm just saying, what if it was a party line and then all of a sudden you just boo?
Well, the only thing I knew they had a dedicated line. So I knew
Oh, okay.
what
So
happened.
you were good. Now you were safe from Jesse, and
Yeah.
it is tormenting.
Who's tormenting who right now?
Yeah.
Van was wondering if you remember talking to Trevor on a party line, but I think Trevor's first phone was one of the tin cans with the string. Remember that? You ever do the tin can and the string thing?
Yeah, I've had that, and they actually work as long as you use a wax string.
Mm-hmm.
But you could even get the vibration off a regular string, but a wax string is much better.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the way
I
to do
used
it.
to do all kind of experiments with them.
That's awesome. So what did you think for your limited time in New Jersey? What did you think of New Jersey?
I enjoyed New Jersey, especially Asbury Park.
Yeah.
But I was at Fort Monmouth next to the Sulky track or whatever it was there, Asbury Park.
Mhm.
No, it was Monmouth Park, I believe it was. But last time I seen Fort Monmouth, it looked like they had a fence all the way around the whole complex. But it was like a college campus when we went there. Because they had every branch of the service there. And the course that I took was probably, without a doubt, one of the longest courses. It's 32 weeks altogether. And they had Navy there, Air Force, all of them participating in the same type of training. So it was like college campuses. The first week that you were there, you had to spend a week doing KP duty. Everybody done. All the new schools came in usually it was a week before your course started. So you spent a whole week doing KP duty before your course started. And that was and they had almost like a college setup. They had different campuses, different buildings, and different school complexes that you went to. It was almost like being at college, I guess, in a way.
Now
I think they got, like you say, 7-foot fence around the whole thing. I don't know if it's functional anymore or not.
Now we go to New Jersey every year for that Legions Con event, and I've never seen the Jersey Devil, this mythical creature. Have you ever seen a Jersey Devil that you recall?
No, not to the best of my knowledge. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's made up.
Well, sometimes I worry about it. You know, some people said they've seen the devil come out of the floor and stuff like that. But I do remember a childhood experience where my next to oldest brother was so rude and disrespectful to my mama that she actually put him in a room and locked the door. And I heard him screaming in that room. And I looked to the keyhole and you could see a bunch of smoke-looking images in the room, like fog. And it looked like the devil.
Wow.
But it scared him to death. He was pure white.
I bet he wasn't rude after that.
Screaming. But he won't talk about it. He didn't never talk about it that much. I asked him, did you really see the devil? He wouldn't really.
Huh.
He said, I saw something and it scared me.
I bet he wasn't rude to your mom again.
Well, it won't. He was almost grown on his own. You know, just. I think it was the tit tat. I think they were both in the wrong out of the kids, for what I know. but
well, I think Jesse's got something to show us. What you got there, Jesse?
Well, I know we were talking about the Jersey Devil there for a hot second, so I thought I'd bring that up. Pre-orders are ending tonight, I believe at 11. And the regular limited edition pre-order, or limited pre-order, $65 available on Store Horseman right now. If anybody wants to jump in on that, they did say they were going to kind of pack these up and put them away for a while. So I don't expect to see these at Legion's Con.
So you never saw anything like this?
That's the vibe I got.
Rick, you never saw anything like this in New Jersey?
No. And I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun to come across.
See that in a nightmare. That would be even worse.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Oh man.
I saw one of these in New Jersey once, but it was because I called my sister-in-law a not nice name, but I was a kid and she was being mean to me. And I overstepped.
Okay.
Got put in your
basically
place.
what my brother did. He overstepped in his disrespectful. Extremely disrespectful.
Yeah, you make that mistake once. That's it.
But he, really puzzled me. Even as an adult, he wouldn't talk about it.
I tell you what, when I was a kid, I would have much rather got punished by my dad than my mom. My mom, like it was, man. Like my dad, he would listen. I don't need people with beat your kids, whatever. I needed it. I was an asshole. And dad, my dad would get the strap. Like he pulled the belt off, we'd get the strap, right? But my mom, she would grab a wooden spoon. I remember one of her favorites was, you ever have one of those paddle ball toys where it has the rubber band? You're
it's a paddle. Yeah.
She took one of those one time and she ripped the ball right off of it. And it was my toy. She ripped. So now I lost a toy. And then she used the paddle and just she reached her arm up, and I think lightning struck. I swear lightning struck it. And then she came down and and just she just went to town, and that was not fun. So
yeah, I always just like the switch.
That's a bad one too. Yeah,
lead them blood blisters on your leg and so forth. And the damn thing about it, they send you out and get one. And it's actually the fact that happened to me numerous times. If I didn't come back with the right one, then they'd use that one, then send me back and get the right one.
And there was no right answer, because you grab a big one and it's going to hurt because, you're going to put some welts. You grab the small one, that one's going to sting even more. And there's no right answer.
But the worst cruel punishment I ever got as a child, I remember, is a pedal like you're talking about with holes drilled in it. And my bare ass exposed, and it drew blisters on it.
Oof.
Through the holes.
They used to have those at school. The principal would just have it on display in the office. You just walk in, it's just And
that's when they could spank you in schools, and I don't disagree with it. I don't firmly believe I don't spare the rod, ruin the child.
There you go.
And man got his fair share, he's still ruined.
Yeah, so maybe that logic doesn't work. I don't know.
He's like me. He got a whipping every day, whether he needed it or not. And his sisters will agree on it 100%.
Yeah.
So they always say, it's always you messing up everything. We can't have no fun because of you. I hope you get some feel good.
There you go. He seems like that. He's laughing in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Well, Ricky, this has been an absolute blast having you on. Thank you for staying up and spending some time with us. It's been great getting to know you a little bit better and kind of sharing you with the community. Everybody here seemed to really enjoy listening to your stories and stuff. So it's been great.
Well, I appreciate it. I hope I didn't mess anything up. And it's good to meet you, Jesse. And
nice to meet you too, Ricky.
I don't know everybody, but it's new to me. And I'm not a professional speaker by no means. I'm not nearly as knowledgeable in these toys and so forth. But I'm really constantly surprised at the detail in the artistry and how gifted some people are. And I might be a little jealous, to be honest with you.
There you go.
But I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely.
I hope I did okay.
You did great.
You did great.
Yeah, you did fantastic. So, and we, understand Legion's Con, New Jersey, that's a pretty far drive, but there's also a lot of cons in that area. It'd be awesome if they were able to get you to one sometime, because I think there's people in the community who would love to meet you in person. So.
My granddaughter, I went to the last one. They had the Toy Con here in Raleigh.
Yeah.
She came in out of Greenville and went to it with one of her friends. It's just that if I knew I could probably get to some place and they'd probably have to sit, because that's probably not out of the question.
Yeah, I think the one that they were at this weekend, they had a table, so that would have been perfect. You have a place to sit down and you can man the table and stuff. So yeah.
I don't know if they want me hanging around with them or not, but anyway,
it's better than having little kids knocking their stuff over and breaking it, which is what I heard happened this weekend.
I heard those stories.
Or big kids with giant backpacks.
yeah, Oz does that.
I wasn't gonna point fingers. Hey, if you ever make it to Legion's Con, Ricky, you have a chair anytime you need it at our table.
You bet. And I might try to go with them. I'm trying to get out more because I don't want to end up being like Household does.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure getting to see you on their show and getting to know you a little bit better. It's been awesome. So thank you very much.
I've enjoyed it too. Matter of fact, I haven't had as much pain just enjoying the conversation.
Well, that's good. That's good. Keep your mind off of it.
You bet. Keep my mind off of it.
All right.
So I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. We're going to put you backstage. If you've got to run, we totally get that. If not, we'll be back with you as soon as we close out the show. So,
all righty.
All right. You have a good one. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks. Take care. Nice to meet both of you.
See ya. That was awesome.
Yes, it was.
Very cool stuff.
I got one more thing to bring up here.
Oh, sure.
If I may.
Yeah.
So tomorrow morning, folks, 11 a.m. Eastern, Monday, September 15th, we're getting a 2-figure drop, Urzok version 2 and Otho version 2 on Store Horseman. They are sold as a set for $110 plus shipping. Purchase limits of a maximum of 2 per person for the first 24 hours. And then any remain after 24 hours limits will be lifted. And they will begin shipping out shortly after the sale. If you can't get them tomorrow or however long the stock lasts, they will be doing a pre-order starting on the 19th. So this coming Friday, that will probably come sometime in the early months of 2026, I believe is what they said here. So if you are interested in Urzok version 2 or Otho version 2, make sure you sign in tomorrow and get yours ordered.
Can I
wanted to add?
Yeah,
add
can
to
I
that?
tag on to that?
Yeah.
Available right now. As soon as people leave the stream, I have got an exploded figure review up for both Otho as well as Urzok. So this is how I spent my day today. Yeah, so those have just dropped on the Art by Akerman channel. And yeah, you can go check those out after this. I go through all the different parts. I broke it down as much as humanly possible. So, go check that out and see, whether you need to buy your 2 in the morning and how many extra that you need to buy on pre-order, and go from there. So,
and those look so good.
They were pretty fantastic, man. I got to tell you, I was really like, normally I take about, 2 to 3 days to do one of these, like between breaking it apart, then, putting it back together in the fast motion and the editing and it got here earlier today, like basically like 11 a.m. And I've been working on it all the way up to and including during the show. There were some things that I was doing to try to get it ready. This is kind of me now. This is me. my fingers hurt. So yeah, that Urzak, I'm telling you, that guy will put a hurting on your fingers if you're breaking it down all the way, because he has got some sharp points. But yeah, those figures are excellent. Go check it out. See how many that you need to buy. Yeah, man, they're really, really, really fun figures. So
I'm trying to determine if you ignored me or you missed it.
With what?
I said they looked so good.
Oh no, I heard it.
Okay.
I didn't know. I don't know what to say to that.
You could have said things like
happy face, laughy face. Gotcha. All right, sorry. But anyway,
or cringe.
Yeah.
Want
to know if Otho's color match the Armory brown skin? No, it is not. That brown skin is going to be way darker than what that Otho is. Not even close. So, yeah. Do we have a show next week? Possibly.
What? Yes. Sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. People in the comments. Yes, you laughed with me and I appreciate that. Yeah. So next week I'm reusing some artwork because, I was lazy today. Well, not lazy. I was doing other things today, like painting. So reusing. So we've got a return guest next week. The one and only Rob Zamora, El Spooky Zorro himself, will be joining us right here on Shooting the Shelf next Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern.
It would have been funnier if you had done a drawing of Brad Pitt, because that's whenever he's like trying to put himself in pictures with people, like he always uses a picture of Brad Pitt as himself.
I somehow have not clocked that.
Yeah, so you need to redo that, Jesse. I'm telling you, you need to redo the thumbnail and do one with Brad Pitt.
Man,
listen, I was surprised about that. I thought lemon meringue pie was just something that people automatically have as they grow up. Like, I didn't think that was a regional thing or anything like that. I thought that was just like, I don't know.
I don't remember. I mean, I know of it. It's just, I don't know if anyone ever brought it into our house. And if they did, I guarantee you my older siblings or someone else in the house ate it before I got to try any. Because I love lemons, like those lemon cookies, like that are like Oreos with like the vanilla, the cookie with the vanilla, the lemon filling. I love those. See,
for sure.
Lemon pound cake or whatever it's called is the only thing I ever buy at Starbucks.
It's good stuff. Yeah, I think you would love lemon meringue pie. So,
all right.
Awesome. Well, yeah, we're excited to see Rob next week. That'll be fun. Hope to see all you folks back. But for now, go check out those exploded figure reviews.
Yes. And until next time,
get some lemon meringue pie.
No.